I don't think I've written about this explicitly. I mean, obviously the best owner for TikTok from a business perspective would be Meta, because they're very good at this and they would make it into just an unbelievable cash generation machine. That's obviously also not going to happen for reasons I don't think we need to get into. But
is it just regulatory with Meta?
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna be allowed to buy it, right? And appropriately so. Like, like my whole bit is, aggregators should not be allowed to acquire other aggregators. You should not be able to buy and so that's I have no issues with that. We can hold hands and support Lena in that regard.
Lock arms. Yeah,
that's right.
Front lines.
All
right.
To me, the dark horse here that I think is underrated, I don't even know if they're considering it, but to me it would be very interesting, is Amazon. And the reason is it gets into this: if you can close the loop between inventory and conversion, you can have that old style ad business where you actually know exactly what is being sold. You can know exactly what sort of conversions there are. And I think, Amazon is expanding their inventory. Like, it's not just on Amazon.com. You can now, like, they have a deal with Pinterest. You can have like where they're doing the ads there. They have this deal with Meta where you can link your accounts together. You can have much more sort of tightly targeted ads. But, to have this massive surface, and, TikTok is definitely focused on this. They're focused on e-commerce and sort of doing these sort of connections. But it's to have it fully integrated into one company, I think would be very compelling. And I think Amazon could extract the most value from TikTok than anyone else. So I just wanted to, that's your free sharp tech tidbit of the day that I did not put in my update, but I think that would be the most interesting acquirer.
Would Microsoft be interested at all? Would that make sense for them?
I mean, they were interested before. I don't think it makes sense for them. I think that would be a sort of, Satya Nadella is on a decade-long hot streak, and Microsoft has always they would like to be a big consumer brand, but you don't have the same payoff there, right? Like where Amazon does, where it's really
Amazon's
a meaningful synergy, right? Generally, synergies are BS, right? But in this case, because of ATT and because of other regulations around privacy, there is a massive payoff for linking together inventory and conversion. And so, you could also maybe like Shopify, like something like that would be really interesting. But this sort of linking together, there's astronomical synergy available because your advertising could be so much more effective that, that I think is, to me, it's that's something that is the most compelling.
Okay. Yeah, Bobby Kotick of Activision is also apparently interested in buying it and spending that Microsoft money. He was apparently at dinner. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. He was at a dinner with Sam Altman and was trying to convince OpenAI to use TikTok to help train its AI models. So all roads lead to Altman in all things.
Apparently.
It would be a very entertaining outcome to all of this. But guess what? ByteDance is probably never going to divest there. So I wouldn't get your hopes up for any
the
sort
irony of
acquisition.
ByteDance refusing to divest is, if they divest, no harm, no foul. TikTok still exists. Everyone gets to use it. But then also kind of suggests that, well, we probably didn't actually need to go through this exercise in the first place, right? If they don't divest, then actually people lose access to TikTok. We lose a competitor to Facebook. And also it explains why we needed to sort of pass the legislation, right? So there's a bit of a paradox here for sure.